I do want to mention we got viewer reports across much of Tuscaloosa County now. Ice starting to form on objects and the roads starting to get slick, even in parts of the Coker area over towards East Tuscaloosa County near Vance and North Tuscaloosa County. And anybody roughly along and north of Interstate 20. We're going to have some big problems this morning on the roadway, so if you can avoid travel, I highly recommend that. In fact, highly discourage any travel this morning until at least 11 o'clock when things should start to thaw out. Winter storm warning in place for everybody from Tuscaloosa to Birmingham to Anniston and points north. And that does include the next round of winter weather that comes in here tomorrow night across parts of Alabama as we deal with another round of wintry weather, likely with the round 2 of another system we're going to be talking about. Currently 32 in Birmingham. Now Tuscaloosa is still showing 34. We just got an update. We're down to 33 at the airport. So we're starting to get those slick spots developing near the city limits of Tuscaloosa. Notice to the south, though, Clanton and Rockford, we are much too warm for wintry weather there. Temperatures in the upper 30s. Don't think we're going to have any issues. Again, south of Interstate 20. But if you live near the interstate, use caution on the highways. Here's the latest thoughts here. We're talking about 1/10 of an inch of ice for the metros of Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, areas to the north like Gadsden, Fayette, Jasper. We're talking about 1/4 inch of ice, and on top of that, we will have some snowfall accumulations we're going to be watching very close over the next few hours. But after about 10 a.m., most of this should transition to a rain. So this afternoon, this evening, and tonight, we're going to start round 2. Fortunately for places like Birmingham, Tuscaloosa to the south, we're just talking rain, but there could be more freezing rain late tonight for places like Anniston, Gadsden, Coleman, over towards the Haleyville, Hamilton areas north of Vernon there. And then the next round of winter weather that kind of wraps up this whole system we're talking about. It's going to be Wednesday afternoon through Wednesday night. An additional 1 to 3 inches of snow likely. Areas east of Hamilton towards Coleman, Gadsden, and Anniston. And that includes areas just north of Birmingham and down to the south. We're looking at snowfall accumulations about a dusting to possibly up to 1 inch near Tuscaloosa, Birmingham. Of course, we'll talk more about this here in just a little bit. It's been a long day, and it's incredible what has happened across the state. We had that transition line right across the Tuscaloosa-Birmingham metros. You go north of town, you had a major winter storm. You go south of town, nothing all other than rain. And here's some of the proof, I guess you could say, some icing issues and some winter weather across parts of our northern counties, especially north of Interstate 20. And these pictures sent in by our weather watchers and viewers across parts of the state. And in fact, here's some ice glazing on some cars. And that was the main deal here in the Tuscaloosa-Birmingham area, where we had things like this. But you go north of town, we had more like this, especially towards the Hamilton and Haleyville areas, seeing snow totals quite a bit. In fact, snow totals over 2 to 3 inches across parts of our northern counties. And then we also had that freezing rain issue. But go over to our website, WVUATV.com. You can click on Weather Block and you see all of these pictures. In fact, we're getting lots of pictures now. The sun's come up. People are taking pictures of the scene, the winter wonderland, I guess you could say, across the northern part of the state. But again, areas south of Interstate 20, not really dealing with that much wintry weather at all. Let's go over to radar and see what's happening right now. And this is the deal. The wintry weather coming to an end slowly but surely across our North Alabama counties. Places like Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, I don't think we're going to have any more issues with winter weather, but to the south of there, we're just talking some rain. And notice how the rain and wintry weather really starting to thin out across East Mississippi. I think that trend will continue over the next several hours. By 10 o'clock, conditions across our state will be much more improved and will start to slowly thaw out. In fact, notice over West Alabama, most of the precip already coming to an end, but still snowing very heavily to the north of town. Here's Tuscaloosa and Moundville in reference to where we're looking at. No issues at this point. In the city of Tuscaloosa, really dodging a bullet, and we talked about this magic line, the 32-degree line, setting up right along the Tuscaloosa and Birmingham area, pretty much right along Interstate 20 or just to the north of that. To the south of that line, we didn't have any issues other than some rain. To the north of that, though, for some of our northern counties, we had some big-time issues, and those issues continue. Coleman down to Warrior, northern Jefferson County, back off towards the west and Winston and Marion counties. We've still got some snow falling now, and that snow will gradually end over the next several hours. So it has been a mess across much of our state. In fact, we're going to deal a mess for at least for the next couple hours for our North Alabama counties. Lots of information right here on Facebook, Twitter, and again our weather blog. You can see those weather pictures right there. Winter storm warning still in place across northern Alabama